makes you just feel so powerful and strong.
But it also makes you feel free.
It has real, tangible benefits for the students that do it.
It was pretty rough conditions, like 20 knots, wind against tide.
Let's keep it high, let's keep it high.
The weather was crazy.
Right, and is the ambulance on the way, is it? No, the Coast Guard apparently lost contact with it.
So when my parents first found out I was sailing, they were like, "What's sailing? You're just on a boat." But once I qualified and now I'm a sailing instructor, they realised that I'm actually getting somewhere. It's not what they expected.
The main reason why I do this whole programme is that it has real, tangible benefits for the students that do it.
I'll probably use the home one because...
Sometimes it's hard for me to articulate myself, and when you're on a boat with different people, you have to kind of communicate. If not, it can go wrong. So it kind of helped me build my communication skills. Are you nervous? Don't be.
What the hell?
The students who originally started the programme, they became a lot more into racing in particular. We went on eBay, we bought initially a 22-foot boat from a back garden of a farm in Birmingham. We did that, did it up, realised it wasn't very good, so then looked again, and this time we found a really classic racing yacht. We were advised not to buy it, so we bought it. We then spent about another 2 years raising the money to get the boat up to spec. And then we started racing it. And we did our first race back in 2017 and we won it.
Our busiest day was probably every Fridays, because usually that's when we leave from school to go to the trips. So it's quite a busy day because it's wake up, school, trip, get back to London by Sunday, and then we have to catch up with the homework to be prepared for Monday.
It's a bit difficult, but as you go along, you kind of get the hang of it. Like sometimes we'll do homework together.
And then go from the decimal point or 3, and then go backwards.
Yeah. No, backwards, bro, backwards, this way.
So it's all about like balancing it, but it's not too hard.
Greg City Academy is located in Hornsey. Nearly all of the students from our school are derived from East Haringey. A lot of them do come from disadvantaged backgrounds, but I think what impresses me about them is they don't sort of let that be a barrier to participation in things which they perceive are difficult.
Did VAR help the ref, or has it de-skilled the ref?
Without sailing, I was just like a normal kid. I'll just be running around school, I'm not focused, not having a goal in mind. But now I'm focused, determined to do well, because I miss school, some school for sailing, so I have to make sure I catch up and stay with others.
What was the key benefit in terms of economics when you train?
Some of them are tutored outside of school time, which means that they can then catch up and actually probably maybe even do slightly better than if they weren't doing the sport.
So we're excited for the weekend. We've got a good 10 knots of wind. It's against us all the way, but that's good. So it means we get lots of tackling practice in down the Solent.
It's not every time you get to sail with these, but sometimes most of the time I'm with these three.
What we got wrong is probably Kai and Jesse not doing their job with the navigating, and
that's what else. They're a bit slow on it sometimes.
We are heading down the coast. The plan is to sail from Pamble to Poole Harbour.
Are we staying in Castle tonight?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
I could do this on the biggest bed, I'm telling you that from now.
I'm telling you from now.
Look at these not running.
This guy! Oh my day!
No,
filming.
No, wait.
Leave it recording. Diablo! These are nice.
It's hot, man.
I started off doing outdoor education, and yeah, I bought 2 trailers, 50 mountain bikes and 2 minibuses with a credit card. And at the time, because I was in my early to mid 20s, that seemed like a good idea.
Like this. Then there's a little thing here.
By the time the sailing started, I was married. That became a bit more controversial at home than maybe it was at the beginning. Furl the jib, roll it up, okay, start the engine, and then go back and recover the casualty.
Pretty windy out there, so we'll put a red reefing line on. Once that's all settled, we'll put the jib out and then we'll cross the channel and then on our way to Cowes.
All the ones of us further forwards will have gloves on. All the ones at the back, you won't need gloves, because they don't really do very much at the back, do they? Kyle, you don't need gloves, do you? Because you're hard, yeah?
Before, when I just started, I would use them, but now I'm just used to it, so I just use my bare hands. Unlike this one.
No, the only reason I'm using is because my finger's injured. My finger's injured.
Excuses.
You know.
No excuses.
You know me,
There's no excuses.
My job in the boat is navigation and main trim, and overall charge of the people in front doing the bow, and be able to explain to the person who's helming on how to get to that destination, as there might be obstacles in the way and things they should find out.
If I ever went on a boat with someone, I always just wanted to helm. It makes you feel confident. You're basically the boss. You tell everyone what to do, what's happening, because you get to oversee everything as you're at the back of the boat. It makes you just feel so powerful and strong.
When I was 13, I done the Fastnet, which is 600 miles. Then I done all the qualifiers for that, which is another 600 miles. So by 13, I definitely sold 1,200 miles. And then from then, I don't know.
When we first started sailing, we were looking, we didn't really know what we were doing at the start, so we just did a normal internet search for a yacht race which different schools could compete in. So we found a yacht race, it was called the Arrow Trophy. We tried to enter it and we were told that we couldn't because it was only for fee-paying schools. We tried every trick we possibly could and we were just told categorically no way. So yes, it was, even at that level, quite an exclusive sport. But we've always just overcome those challenges. Ease it, ease it, ease it.
No, keep on going.
Keep walking.
We'll just walk past some of the sailing clubs to show you around. Not too much about that, but we really want to show you the green.
How often do you come here?
Basically every weekend. I think my social life has kind of changed now, so.
You don't really have a thing for that.
How are you going to operate?
So we're here, so we're going over here. The green is there.
Yeah. When I'm in London, usually when I'm sleeping, I'm just hearing builders, dogs, barking, sirens. It's just so loud, but here it's calm and peaceful, so I get a better time to myself. To get down here, we have to... You have to maintain your behaviour.
I do maintain my behaviour.
Who's often in detention, or maybe just...
It's mostly on that side.
He's often in detention.
Why?
Oh, but like...
Yeah, why, Felipe?
Because you don't do your homework. and you say, oh, I was at sailing.
No, but it's not an excuse, but it just happens, so.
So we're at the green, we play football down there. Sometimes we go for a swim. And actually last time we did get the chance to get a kayak.
The students at the moment are in the process of passage planning for the journey tomorrow. Quite often they just sail the boat rather than doing the passage planning, so this is a bit of a first for them. The ferries that go to Jersey and go to St Malo, they will be coming out of here as well. We've got the other chart for the Solent, is that? Oh, we did bring that. You know, the reason for the chart, having the charts, Jesse, is that we do need them. What we want to do is we want to get an idea of what we're doing from Cowes down to here. So that's a big part of what we do, isn't it? That's like well more than a third of the whole journey. Do you want to go back and get that? And then possibly re-roll your passage plan here. I'd give their sailing 9 out of 10. I would give their planning at the moment 5 out of 10. So yes, it was annoying that they decided to come to a planning meeting without the charts. There you are, Jesse. They have run back and got the charts, and I believe they are in the middle of a reasonable planning session at the moment.
Happy birthday to you.
And this is like my first birthday away from my parents, but I feel like it's a good experience.
Yeah. To be away from home for a long period of time.
You know what, I feel like that's the part that's gonna hit. I feel like everything else is normal.
Oh. The time is 6:58.
So Kyle, how was your sleeping skies? I don't know if you can already tell, but I was sick before, and now I'm even sicker. It was cold.
I've done that.
I had a lot of sniffing.
I am exhausted, but at the same time I'm quite nervous. It's quite cold today. It's really cold. So we layered up. We need to be there for 8, get the boat set up, and then leave for 8:30.
We got the main sheet up, then the jib up, and it was pretty rough conditions, like 20 knots, wind against tide. So that means a big sea state, so a lot of chop on the waves.
Let's keep it high, let's keep it high. That way, that way, that way. Higher, higher. That way. Yo, much higher.
The weather was crazy. As in, the boat was tipping where the railing was in the water. Everyone had to balance out the boat, so everyone sat on the other side of the boat with their feet out and just trying to hopefully make sure that the boat doesn't capsize.
What's that wind speed, Kai? 23 knots. 23 knots.
I think there was a point where I was holding onto Kai's shoulder. Even holding onto the railing and having to steer with one hand is a challenge. It was hard to steer, kind of like kept getting like harder. You want to take over?
You want to break?
Yeah.
So we're sailing along past Hurst Castle, and we're sailing into Christchurch Bay. We got into the nice, sort of more straightforward, flatter water. I think the boat was on a reach at the time, so it was really just a straightforward sail straight across the pool. Samir tapped me on the shoulder to say that she doesn't feel particularly well.
We didn't think too much of it. We just thought maybe it's just a little pain. So we told her to go down, drink some water, have a nice rest.
She was starting to get a tight chest, her breathing was becoming a bit more irregular. And as soon as those two things happen, you know that this is serious and you have to act straight away. We made the decision to transfer Samir onto the rib, which was accompanying Scaramouche, because Scaramouche can do 8 knots, the rib can do 38 knots. But when we transferred her onto the rib, she seemed to be deteriorating further.
When you get that type of like pain, or you're just stuck on a boat and you don't know what to do, I feel like it rises some panic.
Mr. Holt and Nick, they had to go down and call the radio for a pan-pan. It's not a mayday, but it's just one below that.
We communicated with the emergency services, that was the Coast Guard, and the lifeboat came out from Yarmouth and Lymington to assist. To be able to do that, that meant myself and Nick had to be down below by the chart table, by the radio. And that was probably one of the bits where I was most impressed by what were now the boys on board, because we said to them, right, you need to sail this boat back to Lymington while we do this.
We've never been in charge of a boat that size for that long. I was making sure we were sailing the boat fast. And I was also looking at the chart. Because we were quite close to the coast, I didn't want to run aground.
You know, Kai is a day skipper, Jesse's a day skipper as well. They're perfectly competent, and they showed how competent they were. You know, sailing a 45-foot racing yacht like Scaramouche all the way back to Lymington, almost unassisted, is just a very impressive thing to be able to do when you're 17 years old.
Okay, right, and is the ambulance on the way, is it? No, the Coast Guard apparently lost contact with them.
When we got to Lymington, you see the emergency services there, and you know they're good. The Coast Guard is brilliant. The first thing is a sense of relief that you know that she's in the best possible hands that there could be. She went into to an ambulance and she was assessed. They said, look, she could continue if you stay with her. And that was true, but I felt that she had, at the time, an unexplained illness. I felt that it wasn't the right thing to carry on.
Honestly, it was so upsetting, because once I got on land, even though I was like feeling some sort of pain, I was like, I want to be on a boat.
So in the end, Samir kept in touch with us, and it turned out that she had a chest infection. Yeah, we have had medical issues before, but nothing quite as serious, or what appeared to be as serious as what Samir was going through.
After we dropped Samir off, we decided, yeah, let's go back, let's carry on to pool. Everyone was a little tired, but everyone kept on trying.
The sense of relief now, it is impossible to quantify now that we know that she's safe and she's well, and it is such a relief.
Conditions started to settle down. It was a nice sea state. The sun was still out.
So we go to school, then we come here, we travel England, we get to see like views like this.
Wokongshi, Hunhao. Oh my days, bro! You keep putting me off with your eyes, fam. What? Wajao Kai 15 Sui, Wokongshi, Hundong, Yongdong.
We were motoring along. It was
the sun was starting to go down. I think for 25 years now, I've delivered geography field trips, and I'll be doing the same again this year at Old Harry Rock. And I've never seen it from that angle before, which was actually why we went slightly too far to the south of it at first. I was able to give them a geography lesson, which I find fascinating. I don't know if they did.
He's got facts about everything.
This is it, so the entrance to the Champs Elysees, the red boys and the red and green boys will start soon, and that'll be the entrance to the Poole Harbour after a very exhilarating and exciting and adventurous day with a lot of relief as well.
It's fun to set the plan out, go out and achieve your goals. But it also makes you feel free. You're on the water. You don't have to think about all the stuff like back in school, back at home. You just have to focus on the sailing, what's happening right there, right then.
Being a teacher, you wonder and constantly think about what the purpose is for doing the job that you do, and that is to prepare young people with the skills to pursue any career that they would like.
Much more calm than out in the middle of the English Channel.
The boys who do it and the girls who do it, they don't let you down. They always give it their all. Because of that, it's, I suppose, very much worthwhile.
Okay, that's 3 metres. 2 metres. Slightly to starboard. Okay, Jessica.
I feel like sailing's a dream. As soon as I came out of hospital, I've been wanting to go back to sailing.